Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Josh Clinton, and I'm going to go over my 2025 gun collection. We're going to start with my Glocks, and we'll go through this pretty quickly. The first Glock I have here is the Glock 20, chambered in 10 mil. It's probably my favorite Glock that they currently produce. Phenomenal shooter. The second one is the Glock 21, chambered in 45 ACP. Haven't shot this one a whole lot, but it's extremely accurate. The Glock 22 is probably my favorite service weapon whenever I'm doing contracts, security contracts that is. And so, yeah, that's the third one. The fourth one is the Glock 17 Gen 5 with the O-Light attached to it. Extremely accurate once again. I have the Glock 19, the Gen 4. This used to be my everyday carry. I've since switched it to the Glock 19X. I carry it in my bando bag. It's a phenomenal shooter. The Army actually, in my opinion, should have went with this over the M17, M18, and SIG. And then we have the Glock 45. It's what the agency that I work for. That's what they currently suggest that we carry. And then for a trainer, we have the Glock 44 and 22 LR. This is a good weapon for new shooters. It's extremely inaccurate, so as far as using it for personal protection, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. This is my Glock collection. Alright. Moving right along, here is my 6-hour collection. Recently, 6 hours been under a lot of scrutiny due to some of these weapons firing off by themselves. I've never had any issues with any of mine, but I do know someone whose service weapon did go off without him touching it, and I believe it's something that SIG probably needs to go ahead and address. And if they need to do a recall, go ahead and recall it so they can get this issue kind of put behind them, because in my opinion these are extremely accurate firearms. I really like them. As you can see, I own 5 of them, and it's something that truly needs to be addressed. So we'll start with the 6-hour P320 X10 chambered in 10 mil. I think this is the second best 10 mil out there on the market, behind the Glock 20. Took it to the range this past weekend, and it was phenomenal. It's a bit of a muzzle flip to it, but beyond that, it's pretty accurate. The P320 M17, this is currently what the Army uses. Extremely accurate once again. I like the FDE color. When I was in the Army, we used the old M9s, the Beretta 92Fs. And I believe this is quite comparable. So this is the M18, what the Marines currently use, also chambered in 9 mil. Extremely accurate as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the SIG Romeo to kind of go on top of it as a optic, and then I just have the regular civilian 6-hour P320. So as you can see, I'm a huge fan of the P320. I think SIG needs to just come out, and if they need to issue a recall for some of these weapons, then that's what they should do. And all these weapons are cleared. I removed the magazines, and there's nothing in any of the chambers. It's just something I kind of have to do for YouTube. And then for a pocket carry, or as an everyday carry or concealed carry, this P365X, I think is phenomenal. It's extremely accurate within close range. Definitely, I think it's truly a great option for people who are looking for a concealed carry. And that's my SIG collection. Alright, moving right along. Here's my Smith & Wesson collection. A lot of these are going to be M&Ps. And so we'll just get started. I have the M&P in 40. This was probably one of the first weapons I was issued whenever I started corrections years and years ago. Extremely accurate and reliable. And then I have the M&P chambered in 9. My 9 is my favorite caliber, followed by the 10 mil. I have the M&P 45 Shield. I believe this is a 4-inch barrel. It's really snappy, extremely accurate. It's great for EDC purposes and close range engagements. I have the M&P Shield in 9, which is probably amongst the top choices when it comes to an everyday carry for some people. I have this 380 EZ Shield, or Shield EZ. It's chambered in 380. It comes with this handle or this grip safety, and pretty accurate. If someone was learning how to shoot, I would definitely recommend this weapon, or if they were new to firearms, or if they wanted something with less recoil than a 9mm, that would be definitely a great option. And then I have the Smith & Wesson Equalizer chambered in 9mm, and I have not shot this yet, but I look forward to shooting it here in the future. So that's my M&P collection. Alright, to close things out, as far as my pistols goes, we'll just go through these really quickly. We'll start with the Canik Mete. I think for the money, this is a phenomenal choice. Excellent trigger, extremely accurate. I think it's made in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have the Canik, I believe this is the TP9 DA. The trigger's a little wonky on it. Not a big fan of it. It's not very accurate. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of this one because it's nothing like the Mete. So, and then I have the Taurus GX4 XL. I actually took this to the range this past weekend. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to the sights because the accuracy wasn't there, but for the money, I just couldn't pass it up. It's extremely budget friendly. As far as another budget friendly option, we have this Taurus G2C chambered in 40 cal. I believe it's one of the best options a person can use, or can choose, excuse me, for the money. This one is extremely accurate. And it's something, let's say, if you're budget sensitive, it's something that I would definitely kind of look into. I have this Springfield Hellcat, perfect for someone with small hands. It's a great everyday carry. It's a great concealable weapon. And then I have the Springfield Armory Echelon. This is an extremely accurate gun. It has a bit of a muzzle flip to it, but definitely something that if someone wanted a more modern option, you could definitely go with this. Moving on to my third 10 mil. This is the FN 510 chambered in 10 mil. I have a Holosun optic on it. Took this to the range. Wasn't super impressed with it. I believe the frame might be a little light for the caliber, but with more practice, I'll probably get there. But really looks good. I have the HK45 Tactical Compact with the decocker, and all of these weapons are unloaded with nothing chambered in the round, and I'll use the decocker once again. I got it honestly because it looked cool, but I took it to the range and I wasn't very accurate with it. I'm not a real huge 45 guy, but it looks cool. So maybe with more practice, I'll get there. And finally, to conclude the pistol portion of my firearm collection, I have the Ruger P95 chambered in 9mm. This was amongst the first guns. This was the first gun I ever shot whenever I was a kid back in 95. I believe I was around 10 years old. Um, I lived in this little small town of Riesel, Texas, and we just took it to our tank in the back and shot a few rounds off of it. So um, it's not as accurate or modern as some of the pistols here that we've gone through already, but this one is near and dear, and hopefully I can get a P89 here shortly. But that concludes the pistol portion of my firearm collections, and next we'll move on to the shotgun and rifles. All right, just to recap, this is my pistol collection. I'm a huge believer in the Second Amendment, and I believe if you have the ability to buy firearms to protect yourself and your loved ones, you should definitely exercise that right, as there's some countries that don't allow you to do that, and I think that's just a shame. And if you live in a state that prohibits you from owning a collection like this, or that's just anti-2A, probably should move or vote those people out of office, because who are they to tell you or dictate how you protect yourself or your loved ones? All right. Finally, we have my rifle and shotgun collection. And if you've liked what you've seen so far with the pistols, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small creator, so just trying this out for fun. But your support would be greatly appreciated. And so we'll start with my M4. This is a Daniel Defense M4A1, chambered in 5.56. It has a EOTech holographic scope on it, and this would be my fighting rifle if we had a SHTF type event. I have a Springfield Armory Saint chambered in 7.62 x 51 or 308. This is what I go hog hunting with. Extremely accurate rifle. It has a brake on it to help with the recoil, but the sound on it is extremely loud. I don't make a lot of friends when I take this to the range. I do have a Bergara 308. I haven't put a scope on it just yet, but it's definitely on the list of things to do. I plan on taking this to the range just to see what I can do with it, but this will be my new deer hunting rifle, and I look forward to taking it out sometime. Now, my favorite rifle is this Bergara 300 Win Mag. It's a B14. I've taken this out several times to shoot. I've hunted nilgai with this. I've hunted an elk, a bunch of whitetail, a bunch of hogs. The muzzle brake on the end definitely helps with recoil, but this is by far my favorite rifle and most accurate. So, and I have a Vortex Razor, I believe, but I plan on upgrading that real soon. Behind me, I have 12 gauge shotgun. This is a Mossberg. It's a Mossberg. might be the Maverick 88, not 100% sure, but definitely fun gun to take out to shoot. Um, and when I go hunting, hunt hogs with that, or rabbits, those things of that nature. This is my Benelli Supernova. This is I like the color on it. It's also in 12 gauge. Take this hunting as well. This is normally I take this turkey hunting because I do like shooting those toms. Yeah, it's also chambered in 12 gauge. And last but not least, this is perhaps my favorite shotgun. It's the Stoeger M3000. I made a short with my youngest son shooting it, and yeah, it pretty fun gun. I take this duck hunting whenever I, want to knock down a few mallards. But it's a semi-automatic shotgun in 12 gauge, and it is a lot of fun to shoot. So that concludes my 2025 gun collection. Please remember to follow me on YouTube for more, and thank you. Have a great day.